Okay, today is Thursday. It is it is January 8th, 2026. Uh, I don't know what I'm doing. Listening to Al Brooks. He's just way up there, and I don't understand what the heck he's talking about. I've been listening to him and viewing for about 3 years. I still don't understand anything what he's talking about. I have to say, I have to say, See, I have a feeling if there's a million people who bought his program, uh, there's got to be a few that don't understand it. I am the one who don't understand what he's talking about. I tried and tried and tried, but I just don't know what he's talking about. He talks about like I or whatever it is. And he talks about these wedges upon wedges, and he talks about these little gaps between here and there. But I just can't make a connection between what he's describing and because obviously maybe because maybe because I'm sleeping in a car next to a highway and there's like huge like carbon monoxide that flows through, and then it just maybe it's like rearranging my brain or something. um I'm naturally not smart, so I don't understand it, but that probably makes it even worse. Okay, so I work at a restaurant where there's this young man. uh he's a Catholic, and his brother is a monk, and he says, "Hey, did you know?" He says this quite often. He says, "Hey, do you know that my brother is a monk?" Like it's something special. I suppose it is very. I suppose it's a proud thing for the family. I suppose, like it's like saying, "Hey, did you know that my brother is a priest?" Kind of thing. I suppose. Or you could say, "Hey, did you know that my brother is the Pope?" Or something like that. Anyway, so Uh, I heard of something called like clergy envy or something like that. Apparently, in the circles of the faith, there are people who are envious of people who are in the position of being a clergy, right? An incredible amount of sacrifice needs to be made in order to be a clergy. Anyway, so he says he's in a monk mode, monk, and I thought to myself, what I noticed about myself, what I noticed about myself and analyzing on a psychological level, I get into a certain situation. Okay, I get into a certain situation. Like for the past couple weeks, I have been trading. The holidays are over, and so now the normal trading, which is this week, normal trading started off this week, but it started off on a very sour note because I suffered almost a 3% drop on a Monday, and now I'm like trying to recover because I was up 3%. Now I'm starting to recover, and I realized, why did that happen? Because I was thinking of like the president of the United States is going through an enormous amount of friction between from the Democratic Party, and he's attempting to make America great, but there's so much resistance that is it's just trading. The position as a see, even the even the position of the United States of America has a support and resistance. He was placed in his position by the support of the American people, but the resistance right now is causing him to suffer a great amount of things being slow, and agitation and internal strife, and within the borders of the United States, there's like chaos that's going on, right? And more so right now because there are apparently like sanctuary states or something like that, like Washington, California, Colorado, and Illinois, and some other places. And so what that's doing is it's causing a an incredible amount of agitation and delays, and in the objective of making America great again, right? So it's like support and resistance. There's an enormous amount of resistance. Like acquisition of Iceland is a problem because there's like apparently some guy from China who's now a lawmaker is saying, hey, if anyone takes arms and forcibly uh, take Iceland, uh, you are following an illegal order, kind of thing, right? So I saw this video, a YouTube video. He looks like a Chinese guy. I don't know, right? You know what I'm talking about. I mean, he looked like me. So so that's the current situation, and hopefully he's gonna do well. So now what I noticed is so I've been sidetracked for like it's I would say that my mind was on a holiday. Okay, sure there was a holiday, but my mind wasn't a holiday for the past couple weeks. Okay, it was just automatically shifted to a holiday, uh, getting involved in politics, trying to understand what's going on. So now, and I've already I realized that I was like fuming. Like there's the American government, the federal government is going into uh, Minnesota, right? The federal government is going into Minnesota to crack down on illegal immigrants and also take care of fraud in the local government, right? Some guy named Walsh, right, is the governor there, and he is a, I mean, I mean, we're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars that were siphoned out of the Minnesota through Minnesota into Somalia and things like that. So I was caught up, and then I was like grinding my teeth, and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh my God, what the heck is going on?" Then I realized that the world is impacting my trading. Okay, the world is impacting my trading. It is like it is hijacking my mind and my emotions, so that it keeps me from doing what I need to do as a day trading professional. Okay, and all I need is get like 8%. I pass the phase one, and then all I need is 5%. I'll pass the phase two, right? So so then I realized, okay, so you're saying that your brother is a monk, and then there's something called being in a monk mode. Okay, there's a thing called I got this from this YouTuber, and apparently he was like a real estate agent in Florida, and then he moved away after he made enough money, and then now he's turned into a trader. He talked about the importance of getting into a monk mode. I suppose that's why people who get into a funk uh, go on vacation for a while, take the mind off to reset the mind, right? So what I noticed is that I was in that state, and I wasn't making progress towards the way that I wanted to progress. And so now I need to be in a monk mode, okay? Serious monk mode, in order to detach myself, in order for me to detach from the world of emotion. Because you got people who are driving their vehicles into immigration, like officers, right? They're just like they're taking their SUVs and just ramming, and like, wow, that's all, because it's pure emotion and things like that. Because they're right. And so what I need to do is separate that emotion, the news and all that stuff that are out there, just swamping everything. So I need to detach myself so that I can focus on it. Let me get to the point where I'm getting two payouts of the 10K. Once I get two payouts, then it's graduation city. I'm done. I mean, which it means that I've gotten two payouts from the 5K, which tells me that I have the credentials to make this happen. Then if I get a payout from the 10K twice, then I really know what I'm doing. Okay, I really do know what I'm doing. And then after that point, then any amount, and even in my personal account, it's gonna be a done deal, right? So now what I need to do is this is the first week of, what is it, second week now? I think it's the second week. This is the second week of January. Okay, yesterday was the first week. Okay, the first through the seventh is the first week. Now it's the second week of It's the second week. There's 52 weeks in a year, so I've already burnt off 1 year, one week. Now I'm on the second week of 2026, and it's gonna go fast. It's gonna go fast. I'm gonna age faster. I'm gonna get older and older and older and older. And so now I'm gonna enter into a monk mode where really whatever happens externally, whether I go to a buffet, whether I go to the restaurant, to work, whether I'm here, I'm going to be in a state of being a monk mode where I totally shut out the external world so that I can focus on what I need to do as a day trader in the total and 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 complete, hopefully, words are cheap. uh, actions takes great amount of thought and energy. So I am now in a monk mode, and so my interactions with the external world is limited. I'm going to re-enter into the bubble. I'm going to be a bubble boy. Okay, I'm gonna be a bubble boy, and any external emotions that wants to cram itself within me will have a very difficult time. And you know why? That's gonna be an absolute the truth. Okay, it's like having absolute immunity. Okay, for that ICE agent. Okay, I will have an absolute, absolute immunity from the external forces, and I will be cocooned in the safety of God. Okay, and I'm going to be within it, and whatever happens, even if the moon just blows up and goes away, or or an asteroid hits somewhere and then it causes a great amount of destruction, even if whatever happens, I will be in that cocoon of the monk mode. And that monk mode I will be in until I get a payout, okay, from the 10K, okay? 10K, okay? But I see it like this, okay? I get a payout from 10K, it means I get a payout from $500,000. It's the same. Monk mode.